speaking your mind. That's what I be talking about. I'm speaking my mind, my.
Speak Your Mind 2.0 SYN Networks. Speak your mind.
What's good, y'all?
What's going down with it, man?
Shit. Nothing much, y'all. Nothing much. I'm your boy, Seth.
It's your boy, T.Y.
We are fucking back, yo. What's going on?
Man, we missed out so much, but we just had to get it right for a few months, man.
Hey, man, we had to get a little bit of straightening. That was about it.
Literally, had to.
So, what you been up to, Ty?
Getting ready for this.
I mean, besides that, what's daily life been since we've been gone, since the last post we made, all that good stuff? Give the people a little insight.
Nothing. Just working out.
Fair enough.
It's just simple and plain, bro. It's just simple and plain.
Very true, very true. I'm the same way. Trying to get dialed in with everything that's been going on with the channel. Just been working at my job, trying to write some articles and all that good stuff. So we're trying, man. We're trying.
Yeah. But all that's still going on. But now we've back to actual business.
Exactly. Gotta get back. Give y'all this content. Show our faces, so we are one with the people, because we are the people. We are with the people. That's why I'm speaking.
We for the culture. Just say that.
Shit, been gone for so goddamn long. A lot has happened in the world, Ty.
Yes, it has.
Goddamn pandemic. We started the channel around the pandemic, so
It started before actually.
Well, yeah, we started a little bit before, but that we were more consistent during the pandemic and everything.
It was like we had no choice.
Very true, very true. But now, since everything is kind of open back up and
Niggas is outside.
Still, I'm getting back to wearing my mask. These niggas. I've really noticed niggas is really dirty out here.
Oh, no shit.
I just didn't understand how we let this go for so long and not really notice it, but
Niggas is dirty.
We is dirty out here, bro. That shit is
not us. We ain't dirty.
Oh yeah, no, hell no. Hell no, we ain't dirty. But these other niggas though.
Exactly.
Stinky, musty, sweaty,
dingy. If you was to clean before the pandemic, you still dirty while we in the pandemic, that's something wrong with you.
Nigga, you need a fucking Mr. Clean magic eraser on some of these niggas to get clean.
I don't even think that you need a whole disinfectant soup to get clean.
Oh, this fuck. Well, shit. Well, little sidebar, not sidebar, but just a recap of what we are. We are a sports and entertainment collective podcast. We do a lot with the podcast. We are going to get into a lot of sports topics, a lot of pop culture topics. And then, you guys have seen our last little interview series that we've done, the SYM Talks. We are going to incorporate those in our podcast. We are working to get guests in here. We got a lot of stuff that we are trying to plan and get situated. So please stay tuned and keep all that in mind, because a lot of stuff like that will be coming very, very, very soon.
So just be patient and just ride with us.
Vlogs, all that shit. Hey, I can't say this enough. If you guys are getting the exception right now, we're probably going to get copyrighted by me playing all that music in the front.
Hell yeah, so put that shit in the description.
Yes. But Patreon. Fuck with us on Patreon. You will get all our music picks, all the extra behind the scenes, well, not behind the scenes, but the extra stuff that you probably will not see on YouTube.
Because everything we can't do on YouTube, Patreon, we can do it on.
Facts. Basically. Thank you, Ty.
You was taking too long. Just
hey, man,
get to the point.
You just gotta let them know. You gotta.
You can still let them know by get to the point.
Right. But you still gotta iterate what you're talking about. Because niggas just hear Patreon, they be like, oh, Patreon. No, go to fucking Patreon. Fuck with us. Subscribe. It's not too much. A nigga didn't set the bar so high for niggas not to fuck with us. So $2 ain't shit.
I thought it was gonna be $5.
See, I was, but you know, I was,
That's not bad. That's still not bad.
that's still not bad.
You
but,
don't charge an arm and a leg. We ain't saying 20. We just saying 5.
Right. But you know, we gotta start off a little slow. We can't demand so much out the gate from these niggas.
$5 is that much.
Niggas don't got $3 sometimes. Even though niggas got like 5 stemmies. So
Let's not bring that up.
regardless though. But yes, Patreon. All that will be in the link in the description on this video. You'll get all the music that we've been playing, vlogs, our YouTube reactions will most likely be on there as well. So just make sure you go to the Patreon. Also, fuck with us on YouTube. Don't forget about YouTube. But those are the 2 platforms that you definitely see us on. Dropping the most shit. We're coming with hella fire. We out here in these goddamn streets, nigga. So.
All right, enough of that shit. Let's actually get to what the fuck we need to talk about.
Hey man, we gotta tell them what we on.
Nigga, we are, but let's actually get into what we actually about to talk about, so they can know what we on still.
Hey, they know what we on. We telling them right now.
Damn.
Anyways, all right, Ty. Since you ready, so eager to get into these goddamn topics.
Yes, I am.
Go. Shoot.
Man, a lot of shit that happened over this past week when it comes to sports and everything like that, man. Like just like college football this is gonna be like a crazy year for college football. I'm just saying that right now. Like,
That is true.
Like I don't know who the Heisman front runner is. Like a lot of teams are losing that shouldn't be losing. A lot of teams that should be winning are just a debacle.
Yeah, looking piss poor.
Like, oh my god.
In all honesty, Bryce Young at Alabama
might just be the front runner.
He probably will be the winner, unless.
I ain't gonna lie.
I still have hope for my dude out of Arizona State.
You talking about Jaden Daniels?
Yes.
I do, but I don't think he gonna get the spotlight put on him just because you got other people now.
He's all the way out west too. Right?
Yeah, so like a lot of people ain't gonna be watching those West Coast games. Like they're gonna be watching like a Pac-12, like a Big 10, Big 12, ACC or SEC games. So.
Right. I said I liked him like when he was a freshman.
Oh yeah, he was killing as a
He was
freshman.
elite. I was like, bro, Herm Edwards got one.
Exactly, for sure. But like I'll say, for me first is Bryce Young, and then I'll say B. John Robinson out of Texas.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it's still a wide open race. Like, who knows? Maybe a freshman might, be a finalist in the Heisman race. I don't know. That's how wide open this season of college football is.
It's very tricky this year. I agree with that. It was very tricky.
Yeah. But just overall, man, college football as a whole, like the first 4 or 5 weeks has just been wow.
Yeah. I don't even know where to begin because honestly, we can say the top 25 is going to be a revolving door. This year especially is a revolving door with different teams coming in and out of the top 25. Top 10 wise, you're going to see like at least 5 different teams up in that bitch too. So
And, like 3 of them from the same conference in the top 10, like just it's a lot.
definitely a lot. So you want to talk about your Buckeyes real quick, or you want to still go in depth with?
Let's just talk about like all the conferences so far. Like, all right, so first let's go ahead and just knock the elephant out the room. Talk about the SEC, quote unquote, the best conference in college football right now. Just overall, like right now, just really between Alabama and Georgia. I mean,
Facts.
Florida, like they put up a good fight against Alabama when they played them in week 3 or I think it was week 3.
Yeah, I think it was week 3.
And almost pulled it out. And like they're like the only team that can really expose their defense. Like I don't think people understand that. Like for the past 2 years, Florida has literally exposed Alabama's defense to show people, okay, this is how we can keep, stay in the game with them as far as from an offensive game plan.
Right.
So, but they, of course, like I said, they lost to Alabama, but then they ended up losing to Kentucky. I'm just like, well, there y'all go. Like people had high hopes for y'all to make it to that championship game, and y'all even said we will see them again in the championship game.
True.
But now you got 2 losses, so you're not going. So now that leaves Georgia. Now, Georgia for the past, I want to say 4 or 5 years has literally been at the door of Alabama trying to take over the, king of the SEC crown.
Right.
2017, like literally, I mean, you basically had an SEC title game for the national championship. Georgia had the game won, but let Tua Tagovailoa at the time come in, throw the ball to to a Devontae Smith on a wide open coverage, a blown coverage with a cover 2 coverage Georgia ran, won the national title.
Mm-hmm.
Then what was it? The following year, y'all see them again in the same stadium just for the SEC title. Georgia, y'all was in control. Tua went out, but guess who came in and saved the day? Jalen Hurts. And then what happened? Y'all lost that game. And it's just like how much more faith do we have in Georgia to get for y'all to beat Alabama?
I don't know. I feel it's like they're talent wise, they can get all the recruits that they possibly want, but I don't know. It's like I feel like they're in the same kind of position as Michigan in regards to like, all right, we know the standard of our conference and who we need to get there or who we need to get over, but for some reason it just doesn't add up sometimes. It's like one year it's like they're heading down the right path and then they get that hiccup and then everything just implodes, or you get the key injury and then it's just said and done, or they just don't come out correctly and just lose to a piss poor team and mess it up themselves. So.
Exactly. So, and then this past weekend, Georgia just made a statement by shutting out a damn ranked number 8 Arkansas team who was a shockingly
threw a nice little egg on them.
It was just a shocking surprise to see them back in the top 10 because it's been so long since I've seen that.
Right.
And they just kind of made a statement because they are hyping up this defense to be like the best defense they ever had. I'm just like, well, all right then. So let's see what y'all about. And they did it against a top 10 opponent. So that's a statement right there. But I'm not gonna lie, they quarterback situation is like up and down. Like 1 minute JT Daniels is playing, then the next thing you know he's hurt, and then they
got Bennett in there.
Yeah, and the backup QB Bennett, he comes in and saves the day, and it's just like
because last year Bennett did actually pretty well.
He did well.
He got benched.
Yeah, he got benched.
JT.
Right, and then
was it T or is it JT?
Yeah, JT Daniels.
That's JT Daniels. Yeah.
Yes, but then even when JT came in last year, he did his thing. He led them to the nice win in the Peach Bowl over against Cincinnati, which we will talk about in a second. But yeah, so just my thing is if they can keep that cute quarterback situation healthy as far as JT Daniels, they just might have a shot of beating Alabama because I don't see nobody else in Alabama's division beating him.
Yeah, nah.
It's just a done deal with that. And the Big 12, I just want to get this out the way second because good Lord, I mean,
terrible.
I just don't understand. How do you have a conference that just doesn't play defense like that?
Terrible.
And you got 2 teams leaving them only to go to the SEC in Texas and Oklahoma. I'm just like,
terrible. What
makes you think you can leave an air-rated conference style of play to a ground and pound conference like the SEC? What makes you think y'all can actually last in that conference?
Terrible.
I'm not trying to disregard both teams, but it's just seeing how y'all play in the Big 12. What makes you think you can keep up with a equally talented team like an Alabama, like a Georgia, like a Florida?
Terrible.
I just don't get it. And that's all you can say is just terrible. You ain't got nothing else to say.
Bro, those niggas is so trash, bro. That conference is piss poor. I don't understand how, there's no reason for you to be a defensive coordinator in that division because literally you're going to have 700 yards thrown up on you every game. You're basically a money pit. You are stealing. You need to be thrown in jail if you're a D coordinator in the Big 12. That is terrible.
And on top of that, too, you got other teams joining the Big 12 in years to come. It's just
hopefully they get better competition or it looks one's better.
I get it. I'll say that, but I will say this though too. Oklahoma and Texas, as far as them joining the SEC, that's just better recruiting grounds for.
That's what that was.
That's really all that is. So,
terrible.
But
Terrible.
I don't have nothing else to say. But my thing is Oklahoma. I'll say this though, Spencer Rattler was supposed to be that dude, but now he just.
I thought he was going to win the Heisman.
Nah,
or he was going to be one of my front runners. For sure.
Yeah, but just seeing how he's been playing, it's just dude, you have literally Oklahoma has had the talent to win every game, but somehow, some way, a team like a Kansas State, like an Oklahoma State, like a TCU, manages to upset Oklahoma.
Because I feel like they're more gritty. They actually play. Like we know Oklahoma has a talent and they got all the recruits and all that, but I don't think niggas is really like feeling it. Like they not about it. Like you going to Kansas State. Granted, that is a top program, kind of, but you know that's still D1.
Right.
But it doesn't hit the same as, okay, I'm going to Oklahoma, I'm going to Texas. So you got these dudes with a chip on their shoulder by the time they get to y'all.
Right.
Some of these dudes probably wanted to go to Oklahoma and they didn't get that scholarship.
Yeah, or they just never get, or they never got looked at.
Right. So
Same thing with Texas. Like I want to go to Texas, but no one, they never looked at me. So,
exactly.
So like you got a TCU, like, hey, we see you, we want you. All right, bet. Kansas State, hey, we want you. All right, bet. And Oklahoma State, all right, bet.
They get all those kids that wanted to go to Oklahoma and go to Texas and be like, hey, you see that? They didn't want you. Come over here, come fuck with us. We gonna build you right, and you're gonna get your chance to show why they missed out on you.
And then it'd be that 1 year where everything's going right for that program, and then they play like an OU or Texas, then boom, they end up winning.
Yeah.
So, and what else? Oh yeah, the Big Ten. I think this year the Big Ten is like the second best conference right now. I mean,
no, I can agree with that. No question about it. This is the year we can definitely say that.
It's not a
It's not a foregone.
It's not a clear cut. Okay, who's number one, and then is everybody else? No, it's an actual like list on who's like ranked where. And so how I have it ranked is I got Penn State at number 1, Iowa number 2, Michigan ranked number 3, Ohio State ranked 4, and Michigan State ranked 5. Those are the top 5 in that order for the Big Ten. Would you agree?
I am just waiting on Michigan to. I mean, I want them to do very well. I am a Wolverine to the death, but I still have my judgment. I still have my.
Oh, I do too. It's just.
I'm just waiting.
I'm gonna just finish. Go ahead.
I'm just waiting on them to hurt my feelings like they usually do, and just not give up on the football season, but you know, just know what it is for the rest of the year.
I just think, me personally, I just feel like, you know, granted they played Wisconsin this past Saturday, and I kind of I predicted that it would be like a nice slugfest as far as like defensive wise, because I feel like both teams are actually stout against, you know, stopping certain run plays, stopping certain pass plays, but that wasn't the case. I mean, Wisconsin as a whole, they just not it this year. I mean, offensively, like they have no run game, and that's the core of their offense.
Yeah,
everything runs through their running backs, and this year they just don't have one, and all the pressure's on Graham Mertz, who end up getting hurt in that game, and it looks like he probably won't play again next week against Illinois. So,
he said, "Oh, my rib!"
Literally, Daxton Hill killed his ribs.
See, I'm so happy Daxton Hill did not leave. If he would have left the squad this year,
y'all would have been not good.
Oh my God!
Remind you, he's a former 5-star. So
former 5-star.
And guess where y'all pulled him from? Out of Oklahoma.
No, he was about to transfer to Bama. In all seriousness, if we didn't get a secondary coach this year,
oh, he was gonna bounce.
Yeah, he was bouncing. So I'm like, bro, thank the Lord that this man was smart and got some coaches at least.
So all y'all wins better be going towards John Harbaugh, because that's how y'all got y'all's coach.
To be honest, you know, that was a lot. That was family ties right there.
Literally.
Shout out to family ties.
That too. Shout out to y'all. So y'all looking to wear my hoodie today. But yeah, my thing is I just want to see Michigan literally face someone that can mirror them as far as like a Penn State. I can honestly say, because speaking of Penn State, I'm not gonna lie, they are a scary team. I mean, granted, their first game was against Wisconsin. It wasn't a shootout, but it was traditional Big Ten football.
I was just about to say,
it was just a straight up, you know, slugfest to the end, and Wisconsin and Penn State ended up pulling the win out. So
we gonna line up. We just gonna run power I formation type deal.
That too, and like literally once they got that first ranked team out the way, the second ranked team, Auburn. Now, as you know, the history between SEC and Big Ten.
Shout out to Bo Nix.
And y'all know the history between the Big Ten and the SEC. Like, you know, usually the SEC always ends up coming out on top. But this year is different. I mean, you know.
Fuck the Knicks.
Yeah. But, yeah, like Auburn came to Penn State, and that was a great game too. But Penn State, you know, in that whiteout, they a whole different beast, you know, and they ended up pulling that one out. And, yeah, Penn State is legit. That defense is something else. And Mike Yurcich for the OC, You got the boys looking right. Jahan Dotson, he's a top 2 receiver in the Big Ten right now. I can honestly say that. And as always, got to talk about my faithful Buckeyes. I ain't gonna lie though, the first 2 weeks, I don't know what we gonna look like. Everybody was talking about like the quarterback controversy and who's gonna start. Everybody knew it was gonna be C.J. Stroud, and look what happened. He ended up being the starter. First game out against Minnesota, did his thing. It's what you would expect from a freshman QB who never started a college football game in his life. So when he came out, he did his good, almost put up 200 yards, and that was another good just Big Ten game because how Minnesota set up. They like a Wisconsin, like a Iowa, like they beef up on the O-line and they have a stout running game, and they just gonna test you up front. So it was that. And then the Oregon game. I mean, that right there just kind of let me know what needed to change, and it was the defensive coordinator. People got respect for Kerry Combs, what he did earlier in Ohio State, in his earlier Ohio State years with, from 2012 to 2016, when Urban was there, had pretty much half the league with DBU on his roster at the time, go to the league and did his thing. But now you coming back as a D coordinator, and you admitted that you are not a...
You don't know nothing about no damn X and O.
Literally, all you are just a hype man for the DBs. That's it. And you coach them in practice. But
my question, okay, Ty. So we've had this talk many times off mic, but this is the first time I'm asking you on mic. Who do you want to see as the next D coordinator?
I mean, right now, Matt Barnes, he's now taking over as D coordinator. And so far, he's been doing a good job because I've seen improvement from week 3 to now. So the defense looks more focused. They look like they know where they need to be for their assignments, and they look more, stout.
Right.
Like they look more aware. I should say that they're making adjustments when they need to make adjustments. Like, because before that they wasn't doing that. They were just literally standing there, letting the offense change up what they're going to play once it saw what we were running, and they would just sit there, and then just get lost or get burnt on a play that was so easy for y'all to fix.
Right.
That was that. But seeing how they've been playing lately, as far as from week 3 to now, going into this past Saturday and what they did at Rutgers. Now, granted, it was Rutgers, but still, that's a big difference from week 1 and 2 to now as far as defensive play.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. And I must say this now, since we are recording and we're live, can some of y'all OSU fans shut the fuck up about C.J. Stroud being benched? Because think about it. What makes you think a redshirt freshman needs to be benched, and you bring in a true freshman who has been in the program since early January? What makes you think he could come in and take over the offense like a guy like a C.J. Stroud who's been there for a full year?
Mm-hmm.
Please let me know, because that doesn't make any sense.
Just preference this right here. The man, he just turned 20, right? But before the season started, this dude was 19 years old. Just let that sink in. He is playing against niggas that are 22 and up. Granted, playing a pickup game of basketball, that a little bit different, but
this is a contact sport.
Yeah, contact. But my comparison is, when you playing basketball with some grown ass niggas, you gonna feel that pause. Like they gonna do some old man shit and like body the fuck out you. So in regards to CJ, he's going against, like I said, some 22 and above niggas that will headhunt the fuck out you and knock you out.
Literally. So
you gotta give him time and let him adjust to those things. Granted, like, he did well. He threw for 5 touchdowns. Granted, yes, it was against Rutgers.
But also, we were forgetting, we found out he was low key injured the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll say I'll give him. He got hurt at the end of the Oregon game. So.
Yeah. No. Well, now actually, they said he had like a minor shoulder injury going like late in fall camp. The Oregon game, I think, was just okay. It's obvious he got hurt, because if you watch that game when he got hit out of bounds, that late hit. Like, he was like, moving his arm.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I'm like, okay.
So do you think that was why he was throwing the balls? Do you think that's why he's throwing his passes so high?
I think so, because like, I know for a fact, if like a healthy C.J. Stroud, like, because his throwing motion is like perfection. Like the way he throws the ball is like for a fact it's like to the face or in the chest, and that's what they were saying like he was doing in all fall camp. Like it was just on the money every time.
Right.
And then seeing how he played live against the Rutgers, that's what everyone was seeing in camp. Those passes that he was throwing, he was calm, he was collected, he had great poise.
Right.
The ball, like the throwing balls were on point. So my thing is, shut the fuck up. Let this man continue to grow as a QB, and let this team just, keep growing, because that's what we're doing right now. We're improving every week, only to get better. And
this is, again, for me as a Michigan fan, I'm just looking. I'm like, damn, this is our year to do it. If we don't have any better chance to beat these niggas right now, it is right now. Because if we do not capitalize on this year, Michigan fans, I'm sorry, it's going to be another 4 to 5 years of us losing, because these niggas are fucking elite, bro. I'm telling you right now.
But you still forgetting too about what happened last year. That kind of pissed off everybody from.
Okay,
Ohio
yes,
State.
we know about the COVID game. Fuck the COVID game.
And just a little
Y'all
insider.
niggas were going to beat us. Y'all
wasn't
niggas were
it-
still going to go to the championship
And
regardless.
just a
Fuck
little
it.
insider. I actually met one of the Ohio State players during the summer, and I brought that up. He said, "Oh yeah, we know about it." So just keep that in mind.
Right, it's fine. We had this self-care, self-love.
Y'all were not.
We cared about ourselves so much.
No, the
goddamn
fuck y'all
it.
didn't. Because none of y'all had COVID.
We didn't want to put our fan base, our players through that.
What a fan base! No one can attend the game.
Nigga, I was watching the game on the TV. I didn't want to see that bullshit. Because we know it was going to be some bullshit.
Nigga, no one can even go to the game.
Right,
I'm
I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about watching that public display of fuckery that we were going to watch last year. I do not want to watch that. So, I will admit, thank you for canceling the game. Thank you for saving face.
The first time in 100+ years of this rivalry,
Hey, man,
Michigan punts out and
there's
not
a
play
first,
the game.
There's a first for everything, goddammit.
And I'm just letting you know right now, like going into that week, you already know what Ohio State's about to be on. And now, but this is my thing real quick, y'all. Why did it take Harbaugh all this long to develop a system
Beat Ohio State.
yes, like that should have been infiltrated when you got there in 2015.
Correct, but you know what the thing is, technically y'all are not our biggest
I don't
thing. Like
I-
you guys
I
are not
don't-
our biggest rival.
I
Granted,
don't care.
as a
Look at-
fan, no, hold on, Doc. As the fan base, yes, we look at y'all as the fucking standard. But in Michigan, them niggas think Michigan State is head honcho. Or not head honcho, but the niggas
like Mike Carr said, that's your little brother.
Yeah, that's a little bro. So we really pay attention to them. So as I look back at it now, Harbaugh was really on that. He was thinking about, okay, Michigan State, Paul Bunyan Trophy, all that stuff. When it came to Ohio, but he wasn't putting I agree, he wasn't putting the right effort into Ohio State week as well. He wasn't doing what we needed as a fan base for him to do when it came to that game.
Because there's been a few years, y'all should have beat us. Like, I will admit this, 2016, y'all should have beat us. I will admit that. 17, that was okay, like an up and down year. Nah. Let's talk about that year real quick before we move on. 2018. I don't understand. Like, that was the worst year Ohio State had, and yet we still lost one game with that debacle of an offense with no run game, a defense that lost Nick Bosa, and Chase Young would have to carry this team on 2 sprained ankles.
Michigan had the top-ranked defense.
And then y'all started that, and y'all started
Fucking nation.
that revenge tour bullshit.
And we were doing it.
And all it took for y'all was to come here and say before y'all got here, we're gonna guarantee a win. Okay, let's think about that. Y'all gonna guarantee a win, and just think about everything Ohio State went through that year. We had no run game. Dwayne Haskins kept throwing the ball enormous amount of times. We lost Nick Bosa. Chase Young was on 2 sprained ankles. Our DBs were getting burnt every game. And not to mention that Urban Meyer at the time literally was dying on the sideline.
Urban the Meyer. have a
That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day.
For that, man.
That's a whole nother day.
If you ever watch this, man, you are fucking Houdini, nigga. I hope you know that. You are a fucking genius.
But yeah,
yeah.
So take all of that into consideration. That day comes in 2018. I don't think nobody on both fan bases really thought that was going to be the, final score of that game. But it being 60 plus points put up on y'all.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
So that's just, that was.
Hey man, we are definitely gonna have to wait, sit back and wait, see what happens the rest of the way. This college football season is getting on their way. It is pretty, I'm gonna say it's lit. It's up.
It's worth watching.
Definitely. But transitioning to basketball, NBA is literally around the corner.
And I didn't even know the preseason started.
Yeah, I seen that.
The Lakers and Nets had a preseason game.
The Nets whooped up on the Lakers. Granted, like we just said, preseason. But yes, preseason has started. The season, I believe, starts late October. I don't know exactly.
It's always like mid to late October when they
so
start.
I'm guessing around like October 16th or later. But
yes, right around that time.
Yeah. Regardless, though, what you think, Ty? Who you got?
I mean, now,
championship wise.
now with fans in the stands, it's going to add a whole different element. But
big lit.
So, I mean, let's just already call out who's going to be the big dogs that's projected to come out of their respective conferences. You got the Lakers in the West.
The Lakers.
You got the Nets in the East.
The Nets. Oh shit. The Nets.
You got the reigning champions Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not gonna say this other team because we're gonna get to them in a second. You already know who I'm talking about. But you have a team in
Miami Heat.
Let's just say that right
I
now.
know we're not, but still.
Oh, yeah.
The Heatles.
Shut up! Don't ever say that again. So you got them. You got Golden State with Klay Thompson coming back in the West.
Golden State.
You got the Utah Jazz in the West.
Mr. Mitchell.
You have Dallas.
Porzingis and Luka.
And you have Denver.
Jamal Murray and Jokic. Don't forget about the Clippers.
And Michael Porter Jr.
And 200 M's on that man's head, boy. That nigga got cash the fuck out. He deserved that shit too.
Literally.
He got M's on his head, boy.
Yeah. But let's get to these Clippers, man, because
First and foremost, I hope the camera. I'm gonna have to zoom in on this. Someone's gonna have to zoom in on this. Paul George,
Kawhi Leonard. Y'all not slick.
Y'all niggas is not fucking slick, bro. Y'all trying to do this tour of looking all happy and looking like a marriage couple and shit. That ain't flying, bro. We know, y'all know what time it is. Y'all, this is what, year 4?
I guess.
Year 4, year 3. Like, nigga, it's time, bro. Like, y'all, granted, Kawhi was hurt last year. Paul George had to carry the load. Granted, he did his thing. Damn near averaged 30 every game.
But when it comes time to playoffs, it's like
pandemic Pete.
It's like, bro, what do you do? Like, what's going on?
Hey, man. But just this little tour, friendship tour, y'all playing, bro. No, stop. Get in the fucking gym.
And put in that work.
Do some drills and put in that work. You see the niggas across the fucking arena. You see the Lakers. Stop playing with those boys. They gotta come for y'all. Run y'all straight out of Staples. But like I said, if I see y'all at another football game, another concert, we definitely gonna have some issues.
Like, just me personally, like I just don't see the Clippers coming out the West. I mean, with all these teams that you got that's actually made, better noise than them. Like, we forgot about Phoenix. I'm sorry, we forgot about the Phoenix Suns. Like, that's a team that I would not say they wouldn't come out the West, but it's a strong possibility. But yeah, the Clippers, man, like ever since y'all got PG and Kawhi, like y'all literally have been talking about we want the Lakers. Okay, y'all can say that, but y'all still got other teams that y'all need to play. Like, going back to that whole bubble thing, y'all got bounced out. Y'all didn't even get a chance to play the Lakers. Because what they say, some of them didn't want to be there. It don't matter. You got an opportunity to play basketball when COVID shut down everything. You get there, and y'all was saying half of y'all didn't want to be there. So just stay home then. Like, that's the case.
Right. You seen Portland go out there. You heard what Dame said. He said, by any means,
Like,
we
come
out
on.
here, we playing.
Like, come on, man. Like, if you had an opportunity to win a championship inside of a bubble, take that opportunity. The Lakers did.
Do you think that championship has asterisk on it, since it was a COVID championship, and it wasn't like a real quote unquote real chip?
No, I still give it a real chip.
I said the same thing. All the championships that happened last year, I still count them.
Yeah, like, why would you not count them?
I don't know. People were saying that though. People were saying like last year's champions, or it should be like an asterisk on them because you didn't have the fans. It wasn't like a normal typical season for anybody. So
Now, granted, we on basketball right now, but just a small transition back to college football. Alabama was winning the championship last year regardless, but that offense and defense. So, like, yeah.
historic offense.
So, yeah, y'all can just shut up with that. But, like, nah, like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, you're not going to give me credit for winning the championship during the pandemic year where we didn't know if we were going to play or not, but we ended up did, and we still won. Like, mention with that.
Hey, man. Just gotta roll with the punches, yo.
Yeah. So, who do you think might come out each conference and be in the finals?
In the finals, to be honest, I think we are going to get that Lakers Nets finals this year. I think that's going to happen. Granted, we don't know what the fuck Kyrie's talking about. This nigga might not play any games, to be honest. Because in New York, you have to be vaccinated everywhere. Like, literally, like, you have to be vaccinated to step outside. So, this nigga's not trying to get the vaccination. I don't know if he's going to be on the team. Or he's going to be on the team, but I don't know how much of a role he's going to be playing.
Right.
So, got that, but I feel like they just got too much talent. I feel like the Lakers, they're old, but that's
their experience.
That's a lot of experience.
The only thing they need to do is just be a cohesive core and learn how to play with each other.
Stay healthy.
That's all they need to do. Learn how to play with each other, and just stay healthy.
Anthony Davis.
Them ankles.
Stay healthy.
Like, that's all you need to do.
Literally. Glass man. Yeah, that's him.
So like, yeah, so like, I'll say, I ain't gonna lie, I'll say the Lakers, but at the same time too, I got sleepers that might pull an upset and go to the finals.
The Warriors.
And by the way, by the way too, Andrew Wiggins, he got the vaccine, so he's playing.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say that. I was like, if only Andrew Wiggins gets his mind right and just, granted, I understand everybody has their views and opinions on this vaccine.
Right.
But literally, where it's coming down to, like, you need the vaccine to live. Like, you need the vaccine to go outside, basically.
We don't like it, but it's just like, damn, fuck it. We in this situation. We got to do something to get back somewhat normal.
Exactly. So that's just how it is. But
now, as far as like MVP wise, who do you think might win the MVP?
I don't even know. That's a good question. We got so many niggas. Well, first and foremost, Klay Thompson's getting comeback player of the year, regardless.
For sure.
That's already off game. This nigga he could drop like 5 points, and he could average 5 points, and I still give him comeback player of the year. I don't even care. He's got that in my book. But MVP.
Like, out the gate, we kind of already know the top dogs that's going to be in the race.
You got KD, Giannis,
Bron, Steph, Luka, Dame, Harden, to a certain degree, Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, just those three. But also, too, though, like, I ain't gonna lie, though, a team that I am very most eager to watch is the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, yes.
I am very much eager.
DeMar DeRozan, and Zach
LaVine.
Oh, my God.
Like, they about to be Live City in Chicago.
Yeah.
In a way.
Fast break city in Chicago.
That too.
Zach LaVine is going to take flight on these niggas. Like, that.
Like, you got a 6'5" point guard in Lonzo who can see the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You got a veteran guy in DeMar DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
So just again, just all about playing with each other. Like, how can they play with each other? Like, how much can they get on board? And the system that they gonna run. Like, just overall, just how y'all gonna look. Like, I know they got other key parts of their offense and defense that probably help them out, but just those three alone, like, that's TV worthy of seeing.
Right.
So it's that, and also too, man, I just want to see how Phoenix gonna bounce back this year, man, because Chris Paul done so much for the league.
Shout out to Chris Paul.
And it's just like, all he needs is just one ring, just to
I really
solidify
wanted you to
everything.
get that one, bro. I really do.
Yeah, we all did, man. But just like at the same time, you got Giannis over here who's like quietly creeping up on niggas, and then once he beat Brooklyn in the playoffs, it was just a done deal. And now, finally got his ring. And in which that was bound to happen too. It's just this year in particular was like, nah, let Chris Paul get this one, but he went on that time. He was like, nah, fuck that, let me get my shit.
Right.
So,
Well,
and it's funny, man. Like him and his brothers are like the first trio brothers to get a ring.
who you talking about?
Giannis and his
Oh,
brothers.
yeah.
All three of them have a ring, and
Granted,
the two of them didn't do shit.
Two of them didn't do shit.
They were just on the team.
Yeah, you got get it how you get it.
Like one was on the Lakers, and the other one was with Giannis on the Bucks.
Get it how you get it.
That's literally all that was. Like, hey, we fuck it, we here, shit. We part of the same. All right, bet, I got my ring. Shit. Now all three can show up like, hey, we did something. No, y'all didn't.
Right.
But it is what it is, though.
Yeah, definitely. But
Oh, and also too, man. Like, let's talk about this real quick. LiAngelo, he with the Charlotte Hornets.
we knew that was as I was watching Summer League, I'm like, bro, he's really about to be in the league finally. He's about to get his chance.
Like, I just never get why did Detroit drop him?
I don't know. I think maybe he didn't fit with what they were trying to do because they were trying to. It's a rebuild because you got Ben Wallace as the general manager, I believe, or he's over basketball operations right now. So
I mean, that ain't shock.
yeah, but and they were trying to get that new start and with drafting Cade Cunningham from Oklahoma State this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was probably just more or less like he didn't fit.
Because like they gave him a contract only to let him go. That like the next day, like, wait, hold up, how did he get a contract only for him not to show up?
That also you can think it was a different type of play, but like he got the contract just to get his foot in the door.
Then his foot got out the door.
No. All he needed was his foot to get in the door because he was struggling after leaving school. He had to go overseas and do a whole bunch of extra shit just to get in the summer league, get his summer league chance. So with him accepting that contract, but like kind of like pushing off to the side, that still gave him that. I feel like that gave him that opportunity for someone else to give him that look. So quote unquote, you got MJ, and then his dad, Mr. LeVar Ball, being the businessman himself, and then his other son, LaMelo, on the Hornets already. He was like, hey man, he's looking better. He's got his head on straight. You already got one of my kids. If you try to make it worth your while, go ahead and double up. You feel me?
Now I will say in years to come we will see all three Ball brothers on the same team playing. I don't know what team they will be playing for,
New York
but
Knicks.
just know they will be playing on the same team together.
New York Knicks.
In years to come.
New York Knicks.
Like that's just you just asking for a box office right there. Like, oh Sam, all three Ball brothers now back playing it together on the NBA.
You're hearing it right now from Seth. SYMSND. Go follow me on IG. You're
Right
hearing
now,
it from me.
Right now, Instagram is low key fucking up right now, but yeah.
Yeah, it is low key fucking up. But you're hearing it right here. All three Ball brothers will be in Madison Square Garden. I don't know when. Maybe 2025. I don't know. I gotta look at their contracts and shit. But probably here in the near future, we will see all three Ball brothers on the same team, and I am predicting the New York Knicks.
I mean, hey, that's a good marketing place for all three of them, so it is what it is for real.
Yep. All right. Since we're talking about business people and marketing, and just getting a slew of people in one big old arena, the Super Bowl performance list has came out. So
Man, I mean, I don't know how they got this list together, but it might just be the best list of Super Bowl performances.
that card is $1 billion right there.
Literally, that's worth $1 billion because you got one billionaire on the list.
Right.
And if you don't know who we're talking about pretty much Dr. Dre, and everyone that he has won a Grammy for and produced for is on this list. And
You could say Dr. Dre and friends.
literally, that's literally what this is. Because literally, you have Snoop Dogg, you have Mary J. Blige,
Yep.
you have Kendrick Lamar, and you have Eminem, all on this Super Bowl performance list. So literally, if I'm the coordinator of the Super Bowl, I'm telling Dre, don't leave the stage.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just get the crowd hype, bring out what order the people gonna come out in, and just be on stage and rock out. That's all he has to do. Like, so if I had to predict the order, I'll say Mary J. Blige first, but then after her, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
No, I think you can follow Mary with Snoop because
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like you can.
Because that's a home thing, man. Because the Super Bowl's in LA, you know, Snoop from Long Beach, Dre from Compton, so it's just like
You want to start off with them first?
No, I'm not saying start with them. I'm saying close the show out with them.
Oh, close it up. Okay.
Yeah, man. Because you know, like I said, they've been together since Death Row, so like they got classics right there.
Nah, I think Kendrick's gonna close the show because
I wouldn't be shocked if he did, but I'm saying like as far as like it being in their state and around their city, I would say you would need the homebodies to close the show out. So you could put Snoop before Kendrick and Kendrick can close out. That's not a problem. Or it could be the other way around. Either way, you got you know LA natives closing out the show.
So how I see it is like I see Mary starting off, and then Snoop because he has kind of like those bridge kind of songs where you can come on.
You can transition into his song off of a Mary song.
Yeah, and then you probably throw in
Eminem,
and then
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense because I feel like Kendrick and Eminem on the same track is just an easy transition with how they rap and shit like that. But yeah, man, just that card. Oh my God, like, and then too, you in the Round Stadium, like a $2 billion stadium. Like, good Lord, like what?
$5.2 billion.
Like what? What's the property tax up on that? Matter of fact, what is the mortgage you got to pay on that stadium, man?
I think they said that was like 13 acres of land.
It had to be, man.
That they had to dig up, bro. That shit was great. I remember when they first said that they were starting to build this. I'm like, bro, they got this thing on top of the hill. First of all, second of all, they spent $5.2 million. The Cowboys Stadium is 1.5.
And don't forget about the Raiders Stadium too.
Lord Jesus.
And they're in Vegas.
Yeah, when I went out to Vegas, I just drove past the Raiders Stadium. That shit is crazy. That shit looks nice.
That's a building right there too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh damn. See, where are all these people getting this money, yo? We are hungry and starving, and we are spending billions and billions of dollars on stadium
that we put on top of hills.
Right? Like, what is happening? What is the world coming to?
But yeah, man, just when I found out that card came out about the performance, I'm just like, okay, y'all, this might go down as one of the best Super Bowl performances ever.
Who are you most Who are you most excited to see perform?
Oh, Kendrick.
Kendrick, yeah.
I ain't seen that nigga in how many years?
Yeah, 5, 6.
Literally, like since Damn came out, that nigga went ghost.
Yeah. I was about to say, I feel like when he plays Alright and Bum.
That shit about to be lit. That shit about to be lit.
It's up.
That shit about to be lit. That should be lit. So yeah. So yeah, man. Just like you said, if we said it, we gonna say it again. This Super Bowl card of performances: Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Kendrick Lamar will go down as the best Super Bowl performance ever. Like, yes, we know about Michael Jackson's performance is up there. Beyonce's performance is up there. To some people, The Weeknd's performance is up there. Like, it's been a lot, but I just feel like this one in particular, with it being in LA, and then you having most of this performance card with LA natives,
right?
Like, you just asking for them to just go all out. So
we will definitely see. I'm excited. I mean, for just a little sidebar on the NFL, I feel like the Rams are going to be in
the Super Bowl this year if they can get past the Bucks again.
And the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals, yes. Those are my 3 teams coming out of the NFC.
It's like I want to say the Packers, but it's just like I don't know.
I think A-Rod, he's ready to get out of Green Bay, so he's just like, I'll look good, but I'm ready to get out of here. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Literally, it is what it is.
AFC, I have no idea who's coming out of that bitch. I have no clue.
Let's just get this out right now. Put in ABB out for Ben Roethlisberger so he can just retire and let Dwayne Haskins take over. I just need to get that out there real quick.
As a Steelers fan, I'm hurting. Oh my God. Boy, what the fuck are we doing?
That nigga getting old, man.
That
just
shit is so cringy, bro.
Just hang it up, man. Just hang it
it's
up.
like, bro, I love Ben Roethlisberger. Like, that is my guy. And he did a lot for the Steelers.
But my guy,
My man.
you're getting old. You just stop. That elbow can only last so long.
Bro, it wasn't even the elbow, bro. When this nigga fell down, just trying to do a simple rollout and throw a out route.
I remember that.
This nigga's leg just said, "Nah, I'm cool." This nigga fell down.
They gave
bro.
out. They gave out.
Straight gave out. I'm like, bro, this is not how we need to represent the Steelers. This is not how we need to do this. So
Oh my
I'm just
God.
like, man, I'm definitely ready for Dwayne to get in here.
Y'all just need a younger QB with, better arm and.
Bro, it's like we have the pieces. Yes, QB wise, yes, we need to get that situated. Offensive line,
That needs to be improved.
that is horrendous. Holy crap. That shit, man. Mike Pouncey, I miss you, bro. Villanueva, you're a bitch because you wanted to go. I don't know.
Where did he go?
I don't know if it was on our part or your part, but we let this nigga go to the fucking Ravens. We let this nigga go within
Don't
the
you
division.
hate that anytime you have like a key person on your team that you like and they go to your division rivalry, like nigga, what?
Like, why? But
And you went to the Ravens and you went to the Bengals. That's your ass.
nigga, it's your ass if you go anywhere within those 3 teams. You can't go to the Bears or the Browns. You can't go to
To
the
the Bengals or the Ravens.
You can't go to none of them teams. So that's why we got rid of Antonio Brown. You got us fucked up if we thought we were going to send him to goddamn Baltimore.
Oh no, him and Lamar Jackson, good God.
Lord Jesus.
Well, Hollywood Brown,
Right.
man, yeah.
Because Hollywood Brown is a full-fledged slot receiver, but they think this nigga's a number 1 when he's not.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
What you mean? That nigga is a whole slot receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know he's not a number 1. He's a slot receiver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they think he is. That's what I'm saying. They haven't. I mean, they've just picked up somebody.
There was somebody good from the draft.
Yeah, they got somebody in the draft. But the past couple of years, they've been thinking Hollywood Brown is a number 1, and that nigga's a full-fledged slot.
But yeah, man, just Big Ben, hang it up, bro.
Hey, man, I love you, bro. But it's time. It's definitely time.
Time to let it go.
But it is also time to talk about some new music that has also dropped.
And when it has drops.
Mr. Meek Mill.
Mhm.
Meek Mill. Expensive Pain.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Actually, it's pretty good. I mean, this was my second full listen because I listened to it when I was at work this morning or last night, and it's not bad. Granted, it's not.
Typical Meek or not what you're used to.
Yeah, I'll say he definitely tried to be a little younger. He definitely was. You can definitely hear the new age influence in his music because he hangs around with Lil Baby and Lil Durk.
So it's a lot of singing and autotune.
I wouldn't say it's a lot of singing and autotune, but he has those elements in most of these songs. So you can definitely tell he was trying to experiment and give it a different lane. But there, you got some normal Meek in there. There's a couple songs that I fuck with. Blue Notes 2 with him and Uzi. Because if anybody remembers the original Blue Notes, that is classic in Meek's discography. What else? On My Soul
I like that one.
I think I heard a snippet of that one.
That one's like a introspective kind of track. That'll get you, I wouldn't say in your feelings, but it'll make you like, all right, I'm doing my shit type shit. But yeah, he got some joints on there for sure. I wouldn't say this is his best album, in my opinion, but definitely got some tracks.
It was just a good quality album to put out.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's like you got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah, in the mood. Definitely, since we haven't heard from him in a while, definitely good to get music from him and stuff.
It's been a lot of rappers we ain't heard from a while. Like I'm low-key waiting on Mr. Travis Scott to come out with another album too.
Yeah, we waiting on Travis. Travis, I don't know. I feel like he's been doing a lot of features, but he's really in like the entrepreneur game right now.
I mean, that's always going to be like that for rappers at some point.
For sure. But I feel like he's like hit that point where that's kind of like his main. I mean, granted, music is his identity, but I think like he's hit that next level where it's like, okay, I'm really just moving for the entrepreneur bag. Like this nigga popped up on literally every commercial we could think of. This nigga had a goddamn Happy Meal at one point.
Man, that shit got so overhyped real quick, man.
It wasn't even nothing for real. It was just.
It's not even just that. Rappers in general that get a McDonald's meal, like y'all really putting so much emphasis on the shit that y'all actually like to get from certain.
Sweetie.
That was my whole point. Like,
did you hear that she has Hidden Valley Ranch connections too?
I'm not shocked about it because this is the same chick that openly admits she likes to go to McDonald's consistently anytime she gets. So, but yeah, it's just like my thing is this.
And also, she has a deal with Crocs as well.
Ugh, can't stand Crocs.
See, I'm getting scared, Joe. I'm kind of leaning towards getting Crocs, Ty.
I'm not. Go ahead, that's you.
I'm like, bro, you know my stance. You know I've been hating on Crocs since they became popular. Them things are ugly, but oh no.
That's on you, bro. That's your style. But
God damn it, Cole. Why? You out here sporting Crocs and shit. I'm like, fuck.
Cole's a different nigga.
I get that's what I'm saying. I'm like the one nigga that I have the most faith in is wearing some goddamn Crocs.
You gotta think he chooses to be bummy when he feels like it.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but yeah, my whole thing is like anytime like a rapper gets to deal with a fast food joint, all they really doing is just putting out what their favorite thing is to get from that certain place. So Travis' favorite thing from McDonald's, that's what got put on blast. Sweetie's favorite meal from McDonald's, that's what got put on blast. So it's just like it's the same shit. It just adds a little bit. It's the same shit. It just adds more value to it because a mainstream artist has said, hey, this is what I get every time I go to McDonald's. Why don't you guys go ahead and get it? It says I'm approving it. That's all that is.
The Sweetie meal. What is that? Granted, that makes a lot of sense. Marketing wise, catchy, all that shit.
It's good marketing. It's still the same bullshit that we should not be eating anyway.
Right. Nigga, she would really change the game if she got something with like sweet tea, like the Sweetie tea or some shit like bro.
Now that would make sense. That would make even more sense.
See, that's what I was thinking they were trying to go for, but they hit us with the meal. I'm like, bro, Sweetie, sweet tea, unsweet tea, something like that. Come on, bro.
Like
if I need to be in McDonald's marketing plan or some shit, nigga. But fuck.
That would make sense.
But
I mean,
who am I?
Yeah.
I'm just a podcaster.
Yeah, we just don't know. We just trying to make our way up there to that level. So eventually.
Shit. Hey, McDonald's. You already know. You can hit us up.
No, nigga. You got Subway. You got Subway. That is your sponsor.
Oh shit. Yes. Subway. Shout me out, yo.
That is your future sponsor. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, I see you guys doing shit with Tom Brady, all the athletes, nigga. Let me get a little sub commercial.
Steph Curry, Brady, yeah.
I definitely show love to the goddamn chicken teriyaki sub. You feel me?
That's your commercial right there, just with that sandwich alone.
Eat fresh.
And the side of Crown, yeah, you straight.
Nah, I don't think I want no Crown with my stuff for real.
You bullshitting.
Nah, shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So it's just overall, Meek just put out a quality listening album.
For sure. I definitely like it. I would rate it. I think I would give it like a nice
7.
7.
It's a 7 to me.
I still haven't listened to it yet, so I gotta listen to it for myself.
Right.
So yeah.
More music. I mean, granted, these two have been dropped, and their music has been out for.
We just want to give our SYM opinion on it.
Yeah, just gotta give our 2 cents, since we've been gone for a little bit. But Mr. West and Mr.
Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, Mr. Aubrey Graham.
Both dropped, in a way, you could say classic albums for their respective, style of music. I think it's kind of obvious, how this is gonna go. As far as production-wise, Kanye hands down fire, and as far as just a quality, better listening album, Drake. It's just plain and simple. I can listen to Donda, but it's my thing is this: you have the same songs on there twice with a different artist, and one of those songs is 11 minutes with Swiss Beats and the Locks. Granted, that is a fire collaboration, but still, I'm not listening to this. I'm not listening to an 11-minute song. I'm sorry, I'm not.
That is true.
And also too, the song "Jail" with the first one being with Jay-Z and the second one being with the Baby, both fire. I can listen to that repeatedly, but still, it at some point it just becomes okay. Why am I listening to the same thing again?
Right.
So
I don't know. I mean, with Kanye, he was doing something. We're never ever going to see this ever again.
right,
I hope people know that.
right,
This nigga reinvented Hamlet, Broadway,
yeah,
for a lot of motherfuckers. This nigga was literally doing Broadway shows in stadiums.
right,
So, God level already. Much respect.
right,
To Ty's point, I agree. Very long. I did like. Why the fuck did this nigga? He just flipped Tyreek Hill over here flipping on. Anyways, yeah, the songs are very long. But I do like how he was doing different features and stuff like that. He was giving everybody a chance and everything.
right,
But yeah, I just off the basis of him doing what he was doing marketing wise and how he provided it to the people, you're never ever going to see this ever again on
Right.
this type of level.
right. And then just transitioning to Drake's album. I mean, it's people heard some certain songs from this album that we didn't think would be on the album. So
Right.
it's
All
we
these
got
songs-
a snippet of them, and then now they finally all came out on one album.
Yeah, all these songs have been out for 2 years. So it's
Tia should be in one of them.
yeah, it's with him that kind of move kind of showed me, one, he might have more music tucked away somewhere and he's trying to figure out how to put it out, and he just needed something to kickstart it or hold the people over until he figured out what he was trying to do. But I agree with you, Ty. It was the all around the album was good. I just wish he would have not put some of those leaked songs on there.
Right. I feel with any artist, I feel certain songs that y'all leak out that are going to be on your album, I just feel don't put too much out. One, it might be good. Two, it's you spoiling it.
Because how you just said, TSU was formerly known as Not Around. So he added that back half to it. It was just that first. Well, hold on, I'm trying to think. Because that little intro, I want to say that was Project Pat doing that little intro. That part wasn't in there either. It was just it went straight to the hook and the chorus and the bars and everything. And Drake went back and added all that extra stuff. So
Right.
I don't know. I like the album. I just feel he shouldn't have had all those damn leaks on there.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure we'll get more Drake here very soon.
Oh yeah, for
Probably
sure.
in the next couple months, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right for both.
What would you rate the album this time?
Uh,
Out of 10.
Donda, I'll give it a 9.5.
9.5. Okay.
And
Put a 9.5 off of what? Just
production.
production?
That production was just ridiculous.
Gotcha, okay.
So it's that, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the harmonies in some of Kanye's songs that he does. I like that. And Drake, I mean, that nigga's a Scorpio, so us water signs, we can be in our emotional bag, especially in music. So
That nigga was emotional the whole time. He sang half the shit.
so I'll probably get roughly around the same thing, 9.5.
You said 9.5?
Yeah.
For me, Donda, I gave it a nice solid 8.
Okay.
Drake, I don't know. Just off the fact that I feel like he's probably gonna
Come up.
Yeah, drop more music. I will say this is a 7.5.
Damn.
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah, it was like, bro, I've heard half them shits already. Half them shits been out. He just, granted, he did a little bit more, but I've heard those songs been out for like 2 years now.
Man, he said 7.5, and I gave this nigga 9.5
Bro,
still.
this nigga's up high with it. It's still Gucci. It's still Gucci.
Right.
Well, we're at that point of the show. You want to get into our SYM topic of the day?
Yes. The SYM topic of today is.
Hold on. I got hit the button for y'all. Hold on.
Speak Your Mind 2.0 SYM Networks. Speak Your Mind.
SYM talks.
I swear this shit gonna get crazy and crazy every time we gonna be on the podcast, but that sound effect on here.
Hey man, I got more sound effects on the way.
I know.
Don't worry.
I know. But like, yeah, the SYM talks. The topic of today is: do standards and morals really matter in any relationship? Me personally, I feel like that's out the window because now this new era of dating is ridiculous. I mean,
All internet based.
literally, like, oh my god. Like, I just want to know, like, why do you think any celebrity that is a couple, why do you feel like y'all need to just
Post
mirror that for y'all's relationship? And it's like, no, because if you think about it, what they post on social media is what they want y'all to actually see. Because y'all not in their everyday lives. Because at the end of the day, they know for a fact. I mean, yeah, we got fans and all, but we still gotta live our lives, and y'all gotta live your lives too. So it's just like, why do you need to look at my relationship and base it off of yours? Like, no, like y'all got your own relationship. Like y'all got your own ups and downs and shit.
I was about to say, what works for y'all does not work for me.
Exactly.
What works for us does not work for y'all.
Exactly. So it's like all this, like all their couple goals, all their marriage goals, like. Shut up.
I just feel like everybody looks at that stuff and takes it too seriously.
Seriously,
It's
like,
bro,
come on.
I get everybody wants the glitz and the glam and the bags and the money and the whips
And it's like it's one
and the
thing.
travel.
And it's
I
like
get it.
it's one thing when you're rooting for a couple to succeed, but it's another thing when you're basing your whole relationship off that one couple.
Right, you want to be them. You don't want to be yourself.
Exactly, like when Miguel broke up from his girl for like 17 plus years. I ain't gonna lie, that sent a lot of shockwaves to a lot of people. Like, granted, I was shocked, but I'm like, hey, I mean, time runs its course.
Yeah, everybody has their time and place.
Yeah.
It all happens for a reason.
Yeah, so I was just like,
Trust me, I know.
we ain't gonna get into that right now, but
I mean, that's all. That's a different. That's for the Patreon.
yeah, hell yeah. But
That's for Patreon.
But yeah, but like going back to the actual topic at hand, like I just feel like, nowadays as far as like when it comes to standards, it's just like, guys, we are held to a certain standard to females, and females are held to a certain standard when it comes to guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got that group of both females and males that actually care about standards, that actually care about things that they will put up with and what they won't put up with. But then you got other people out there that's just like don't give a fuck and just like, hey, I'm cold, you cold, fuck it, let's get together. Like that. Like I can't tell you how many times I've heard people get into relationships off of just pure lust and off of one interaction. It's just like, that's not a relationship. Like that's just y'all just want to smash every day. That's it. Y'all not gonna grow. Y'all not fucking
ball.
Like all y'all doing is just y'all don't have any mental fucking going on. Like there's
no mental stimulation.
No, nothing. Like if it's a straight physical, that shit ain't about to last. And then on top of that too, who you're on the inside can definitely determine your relationship too. Because if you get with a chick or you get with a guy and they already show you red flags out the gate, and yet you somehow stay being with them or letting them smash them, like y'all don't really understand crazy soul ties are, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But
Mm-hmm.
but still, like, you know, morals and standards, that still, you know, falls into place. Like
Again, trust me.
like if you out here just, you know, not really giving a fuck about yourself and you just will, you know, succumb to anything, it's just like, yeah, just stay away from
I
me.
didn't say that. I give a fuck about myself.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying
I
other
give a
people.
fuck about myself.
I'm just saying, like, other people, like, if you just don't have any respect for yourself, it's just like, what morals and standards are you gonna live by if you got to care about another person's feelings?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, definitely with like morals and standards, you want to have that camaraderie and be able to be on the same page with that person. That is key. If you are not on the same page with that person, then the relationship itself is not going to work. It's like, oh shit, this nigga Lamar over here chomping at Von Miller. Almost got his head took off. But
Yes.
anyways, yeah, you need those things in a relationship. It don't matter what the next person's doing, or the person next to that person. It all matters on if you are connected with that person emotionally and physically.
And mentally too.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by emotionally.
Okay.
Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, just nowadays, I just feel like, you know, especially, like, I'm not trying to bash women for this, but it's like, a lot of women out here, they have their ideal type of guy that they want, you know, to be portrayed in the world, like, oh, he has to be this tall, he has to be this big, he has to have this going, he has to have this going, he has to have all these different types of things that they want out of a man, but yet the moment they get it, some of them don't know how to handle it, or some of them just are just stupid.
Because it can literally be right in your face. The dude or the female is the person that you're looking for, but once you get it, it's just like, damn, I don't know how to receive it. I don't know what to do with this. So.
And I will say this though too, like, as far as like when it comes to like just, you know, people out here just smashing left and right, if you have a certain amount of body count over your partner, that shit is definitely not about to last too. Because if you have a promiscuous boyfriend or a girlfriend and they're known to be dots out here.
So what's the body count number, time? So say you got a girl that's got like maybe what two, 3 bodies, but the boy has got like 8.
I mean, well, coming from a guy's perspective, I can't speak from a female perspective, but from a guy perspective, if a girl has more bodies than me, if her shit is close to double digits, I'm staying away from her. I'm just sorry because
you know what J. Cole said. Just multiply that shit by 2.
Good Lord, I'm not doing that.
You got to.
Not doing that. No, I'm saying like I'm not doing that as far as like, you know, trying to pursue her.
I know. No, I'm just saying even if you want to pursue her, multiply that shit by 2.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
You will get your answer,
Like,
and then you will know if you can handle that or not.
I can't handle it because it's like, my thing is this, like, if you're known to be promiscuous and you don't even try to not be it, but you're, you know, giving into it, I should say, that makes it even worse. Because now it's like, I'm going to be put into more positions to where I got to constantly defend your ass because you just want to show your ass and titties and pussy and certain outfits that you wear. And it's like, now I got to scrap with niggas all because they see you as like, damn, man, I'm trying to fuck that. And it's like, no, nigga, she got a nigga that's already doing that. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
granted, yes, but I mean, at that point, you can just say you can let them niggas just be thirsty because you know. I mean, that all goes back to trust. Let me say it like that. That goes back to the trust factor. If you know your girl's not doing that, you know.
but then again, too, if she is craving the attention still,
if
she's getting attention from me, then that's a problem.
Right. If she's still going out trying to get attention, even though you're still showing her attention, then that's a bigger issue. Then we still need to talk about some shit. And yeah. But other than that, I mean, of course you're gonna get thirsty niggas trying to talk to your girl if she posts something nice or whatever.
And you're gonna get thirsty girls trying to, you know, holler at dudes, but it's like,
Facts.
it's just so weird. Like, granted, yes, I know, like, guys, we don't get as much attention like as females do, but at the same time, we do. It's just not portrayed as much.
Boy, when we do, nigga, sometimes we don't even know
know.
how it happened.
Yeah, literally, like,
bleep all that shit out. Bleep everything out now. Anyways, I don't know what the hell you just said. See, this is why we need a bleep button and edit all this. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, when that kind of thing happens, it's just
like literally, you can just not be doing nothing. You could just be out, just got on your nice little fit and just doing you. Then out of nowhere, boom, female just randomly comes up and just be like, "Hey, I think you're cute. Blah blah blah. Here's my number or here's my Instagram." I'm like,
yep.
Okay, bet.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wasn't even looking at you, but thanks.
Apparently you was looking at me, so I'm just gonna take this what it is and
Right.
just take it with a grain of salt. And be like, okay, bet. That's really how you got to move, like But then when it comes to females, like even if a guy doesn't give her attention like she wants him to, he can just give her like the smallest compliment and go about his business, and then she can portray that as like,
yeah, he's trying to hit on me or something.
Like he's trying to hit on me or just get away from me. I don't want, or they don't want to be bothered. It's just like, I mean, I just can't give you a compliment, but that's the case, and all right, bet. But in her mind, that's her, being like, oh yeah, I got noticed without trying to be noticed, and it's like, that's fucked up. Like, why would you, what thought process did you have to go with that? Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, man. It's just some females are not. I mean, this goes for both too. Some females and some males are just not
built. They're not built for the handle. They're not built for attention, but they crave it at the same time.
There we go. So it's just. I mean, I guess that's just more of a learning thing, as you get more involved with different people and you go out more and see different things, you just know how to move, and you just keep it player, keep it player, keep it G, you just sit back and let things just come to you naturally. You just don't gotta rush stuff. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, but hey man.
Well, yo, man, that was the first episode
Right.
of the Speak Your Mind podcast.
Definitely something short, something light. We definitely going to come back and give more in depth and more topics and stuff like that.
Right.
And man, it just feels good to be in front of the camera again, talking
For
to you
sure.
guys. Like I said, we're going to try and be consistent and upload every week, every Friday. Look for the podcast to be up every Friday.
And also look up for like the vlogs and every other reaction that we do too.
Mhm.
So
how I'm thinking, I was going to talk to you this probably off mic, but just to give y'all a heads up, how I'm thinking about doing it is dropping vlogs on, or premiering the vlogs on the Patreon, but waiting like a day or so and dropping it on YouTube for more viewership, so everybody can still feel involved in everything. But reactions, vlogs, public interviews, all that kind of stuff will be on the Patreon first, exclusively on Patreon first. If you guys want to see all that kind of content, Patreon, please.
can't stress that enough.
Cannot stress that enough. Come fuck with your boys on Patreon. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Nigga, we are coming and we are motherfucking lit. God damn it.
That's a sound effect. That's a sound effect, right?
It's ass.
But yo, until then, man, we'll see y'all in the next episode, man. It's your boy T.Y.
It's your boy Seth. Hold on, we gotta play Sleepers. I'm gonna get us out.
On your grind, hey, when you speak your mind, hey, speak your mind, shit, shout out, speak your mind.